I once had a TV show, and I remember that when I pitched that show, I was extremely scared, but I strongly believe in my project, and that's why I went forward. And even if our trailer was really bad, if I look at it today, with all the video experience that I have, I dared to do it because I knew it was allowing me to grow and allowing me to open myself to new opportunities. In this video, I just want to share with you how getting out of your comfort zone in life could lead you to have growth and learn a ton of lessons. Hi Achiever. My name is Fabienne Raphaël. I'm a business coach and I'm here to help you monetize your knowledge so you can fire your boss. And today I want to share with you how the mindset of a high achiever could definitely lead you to have those business lessons and have everything that you need in order to be a great business owner and be successful with your business and with the people that you are impacting. So I lived in Europe. I lived in Denmark for 2 years back in the beginning of the 2000s playing team handball, and it was a dream of mine. Oh my God. I was ecstatic to be there. I learned a ton and, of course, a ton of life lessons. And that's what I want to share with you. I want to share with you a part of my personal life to show you how it brought me to become the person I am and how these qualities that I developed while I was in Denmark were very useful as an entrepreneur. And I'll try to tie them up with a few examples for each situation. So when you start a business, especially a coaching business, you need to have the sense of adventure. And I remember that when I left for Denmark, I was excited, but at the same time heartbroken because I had a permanent job and I left it because my family was here, my best friends were here, and I was just leaving for the unknown. And the thing about business is that when you get started, of course, you have your level of expertise, you know your worth, you know you can help others, but you are at business 101. You don't necessarily have the business skills. And that's what it takes for you to have the adventure spirit, for you to keep going despite of the discomfort that you might feel in many situations. I'm thinking about my son Theo, who's turning 3 in a few months. When Theo first discovered, let's say, music or noise, certain noise, well, he had type of reaction, and sometimes he was scared, sometimes he was happy, sometimes he was calm. So it's the same thing when you embrace something new. You might not necessarily know how you're going to react, but the more that you put yourself in these situations, the best you will be able to handle them and grow with them. Having a business requires you to be able to adapt to any type of situation. And I remember that when I traveled to Denmark, first of all, they let me leave without a visa. I didn't even know what a visa was. And I showed up at the airport, and there I was at the desk, very excited with my 2 big luggages. And they were like, "So when are you coming back?" I was like, "I'm not coming back now." They're like, "What do you mean? You have an open ticket? There's no returning date? Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to Copenhagen to play team handball." And I'm like, "Okay, where's your visa?" I'm like, "Visa." So it took a while for the lady to go check things out. And I was extremely lucky because she let me leave without a visa to go to Denmark with an open ticket. And when I got there, the immigration and all that stuff, the man said, "You have 10 days to make this sorted out, or else we will escort you back to the airport and fly back to Canada." So wow, what a start. Exactly. So every day I was at the immigration office, and within a few days, everything was sorted out and I made it happen. So in business, you plan stuff, especially when you decide to do, you have your goals and you lay out your business plan or your strategy or your marketing or who you're going to work for or work with. And then all of a sudden, all that plan is not going the way it was supposed to go. So what do? Do you crumble? Or do you cry in a corner and never stand up again? Or do you get back up and keep moving forward? That's what you need to do if you want to be successful at business, because things are not going to be easy every single day. Being in business and also stepping out of your comfort zone will make you learn a ton of things, and you will have to learn to deal with challenges. When I left for Denmark, I didn't know anyone out there. I didn't speak the language. I had to learn a new culture, and I was far away from anything that I knew. I remember that just looking at the street names, I couldn't recognize anything because to me, not even the pronunciation would mean something to me because they have like three more letters in their alphabet. And of course, a lot of people speak English in Denmark, but their first language is Danish. So what I was hearing all the time was Danish. But eventually, I got to learn about the culture. I met new friends, I developed relationships, and I came up to speak Danish. So I do speak Danish. Well, I forgot a lot of it today, but at the time, it really served me because it allowed me to open myself to a new culture and develop like a language that I never thought that I would speak one day. When you are in business, challenges is part of your daily life. Sometimes you have setbacks money-wise, financial setbacks, you meet bad coaches or bad clients, you make business mistakes, you think that a strategy is going to work out and it doesn't work out at all, you make the bad choices, you hang out with the wrong people, you decide to go in business with someone that promised you something and didn't give it to you. It happens. Challenges happen. The thing is, how are you going to react to these challenges? Are you going to let them crush you, or you're going to let them fuel you into growing and into becoming a better person and a business owner who has more tools in his or her box in order to go forward in business? What's extremely important to develop as a business owner and also life skills, I mean, is to develop relationships, okay? You're not living on an island alone. Well, you might. You might be, but you're not the majority of people. We all live in a society, and in order to grow and evolve, well, we need to create and nurture and build relationships because that's what we're geared for. We're human beings. We want to be loved, accepted. We want to collaborate with people. You want to feel appreciated, and we want to feel fulfilled. That's who we are. And when you go in business, most of the time, it's because you feel that this is your true purpose and this is your mission. That's why you were brought up on earth, and that's why you're putting all this energy into it. So building relationships is something that you must do because it will lead you to a ton of things. Opportunities, the know, like, and trust factor. It will lead to great friendships. It will lead to increase the level of your environment. And as you know, well, as you might not know, Jim Rohn used to say, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So look at yourself now. Who do you hang out with? How important your environment is compared to the situation that you're in today. So if you're wondering why you're not where you want to be, then ask yourself about your environment. This is the first place that you have to invest your energy into so you know for sure that you have the right environment to push you forward and propel you into succeeding and doing the stuff that you have to do. Because if you always hang out with people who bring you down, or if you're not very good at creating and nurturing relationships while staying on your own or staying with negative people, is just going to bring you down. So it's huge in business. It's very huge in business. And I had made a few videos on how to connect with social media influencers. You should check them out because it has a ton of tips to connect with people the right way. The other skill that you will need in order to succeed in business is persistence. Persistence, let's say it's ranked really high on the high achiever mindset. The power of getting back up when things are not going the way they're supposed to go. I remember that when I was in Denmark, there was a time I was living there as an au pair, so I was taking care of a baby during the day, and in the evening I was going to practice, and I had my games and I had my weekends off. And the first family I was with, it was not working. Our values were disconnected, and we were often in conflict. So I had to break my contract with them. And there was a day that we really had an argument, the lady that was living there and myself. And I left and I said, I'm never coming back. But I left in the middle of Copenhagen. I didn't know where to go, and I had no plan B, but I knew that literally I had to leave because this didn't fit with my values at all. And you remember that just before persistence, I told you how important building relationships is. Well, I had met this other Canadian living in Copenhagen, playing handball like me, and we had developed a great friendship. And I remember that he was the one I went to, and I knocked at his door and I expressed my problem. And the day after I told him about it, he gave me a key to his apartment and said, I have a room for you if you want to stay here. Be welcome. It's my pleasure to help you out. That's how I dealt with it. Here, let's say in business, one of my biggest struggle at a certain point was that I was very great at starting things, but not very good at finishing them. So I was going into that pattern that was kind of like very negative and making me go down because I was starting to lose hope about what I was going to be able to accomplish in business and if I was geared to be successful or not, right? And because I have a great life partner who loves me dearly and who believes in me, who believed in me at that time way more than I believed in myself, he was really honest and came up to me and said, I think you need help. I think you need help to unlock this because you're always doing that same pattern, and I feel that I can't help you anymore. So I had to go into life coaching and even hypnosis in order to unlock all those things that were limiting beliefs and allow me to embrace my true personality and being able to own my expertise and the capacity I had to help people. So being persistent not only has to do with keep doing stuff when you have to go towards a goal, but it also has to do with doing the right stuff in increments sometimes in order to see change at the end of it. You have to remember that setbacks don't define you. In life and in business, it's the same thing because setbacks happen. In handball, I mean, when I was in Copenhagen, the second year, I had injuries. I sprained my ankles at least 7 times. Yeah, both of them. And it was very disappointing on my second season. My first season was, I had a blast. It was amazing. My performance, I was high performing there. In my second season, it went down a little bit because of my injuries. And I had to take a long break after when I came back, a year of break for my body to recover from all of these injuries. And then I came back to handball. But when I came back and played again, well, I felt that this is where I belonged. And I didn't let all these injuries that I had in the past define who I was as a player because I was still able to be the best that I could be, and I was still able to earn some MVPs and being in the All-Star team selection and all that stuff. So in business, you have to expect that you're going to have setbacks, and I think I said it enough in this video, but just to make sure that you got it right, you're going to have setbacks in business, okay? But the thing is, as a hero does, feel that these are kind of like scars. You went and fight and you got injured, but you healed out of them. And there's a scar. And each scar that you have on your body is a remembrance of what you went through and that you overcame it. So a hero is always proud to show his or her scars. So be a hero and acknowledge that your journey is worth it, and this is what defines the person that you are today. Last thing that I wanted to share with you as a quality that you must have as a business owner is being able to work in teams. Teamwork is crucial. Why? Because even if you're a solopreneur, you will eventually have to work with your graphic designer or your virtual assistant, collaborate with someone for a special project, a live event, for example. No one ever made it alone. So you will have to work with people, and you will have to be able to accept that people have different personalities, several ways to do stuff. But as long as the goal is the same, then you could add both of your strengths or more of your strengths and then lean in to that same goal. While I was playing for Team Canada, and even when I was playing in Denmark, each time we would step on the court, all the ladies on the court wanted to win the game. And when someone didn't want to win the game or someone did not give 100% of their effort, of course, the whole team suffered. Same thing in business. So if you feel that you want to hit that goal, surround yourself with people who truly want to hit that goal too. Because if you allow one of your team members to be weaker, or if you're weak yourself as a member of the team, forget about any type of goal that you want to hit, because you need to have that high achiever mindset in order to get to where you want to go. Let me know. I know you're a high achiever, and let me know which of these qualities hit home the most for you. Sparkle that in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.